What traits do you have? Just think about it. Where did you get those traits from? I know you got some of those traits from your parents. How they acted when you were young and how they raised you. They gave you some of those or more of those traits that you have today. Me, I've gained a lot of my traits from Steve Dick, my father. My dad has raised me with several traits that I can definitely say came from him and the way he raised me. Two of the traits he taught me were how to work hard and how to be patient. These things have largely worked together in his life, and I'm going to show you how. Let's start with how he worked. My dad has always been a hard worker. On top of it, he's always a smart worker. When my dad works, which is a lot of the times, he was always working hard at what he's doing. This can clearly be shown in the stories he tells me from when he was 17. His dad had died earlier, and their farm was going to go bankrupt. So he worked hard every single day, every year, before school, after school. And eventually, he got enough money to buy a pig barn and started raising pigs all by himself. And he built his business from the ground up, constantly working to make it bigger and better. This can even be shown in the fact that we bought a pig farm about a year ago. And when we went up to see it, I looked around and was like, there's a lot of work to do here. And he told me, there are a few things in life that hard work isn't required. Plus, you're not afraid of a little hard work, are you? But on top of being a very hard worker, he's also a very, very smart worker. He always tells me, work smarter, not harder. And this can also be shown in when he built our feed mill. He spent 3 years developing a design that would work and change for any expansion or problem that we'd have. This has actually saved a lot of work for us because we've not had to tear down the building a couple times. Even in small projects, he's constantly thinking of what will happen. He'll make it to work for today, but he always has the future in mind. And this can go back to the farm we bought. He's constantly saying, well, in case of this or that happening, or so if we want to expand, we need to do this. And sometimes this takes a lot more work, time, and materials. But it's always worth it in the end. No matter how many times I've tried to prove him wrong, it always works out. As you can imagine, building this way takes a lot of patience. My dad has had this patience since I can remember. He even tried to raise me to have patience. Whenever I really wanted something as a kid, he would always tell me, wait a week or two before you buy it. And sometimes, it turns out, you really don't want that item. This helps me use my money wisely, not squander it on useless things I'll just throw away in a week or two. This has even helped me now today, because you walk into a store, like, whoa, I really want that. But then you decide to wait. And sometimes even by the time you get out of the store, you're like, oh, I didn't need that. And it helps you save your money and be wise about it. Another thing my dad has always said, and I'm pretty sure you've all heard this, is work smarter, not harder. And this has kind of come in the fact that when he works, he's always working to make a decision in different areas of his life. And he's also never in this hurry to make a decision. This unhurried decision making is especially common when we're working on finances or working with other people. Even he'll think about how I can go to a friend's house and how it will work with other people. Now that I've told you some of the things my dad has taught me and raised me up in, let's remember them for the future. He's always taught me to be a hard worker and a smart worker, and he's very patient with his decisions. Overall, I like the traits that he has taught me, and I hope to obtain these traits better and use them wisely throughout my entire life.